Welcome to you, people of God and people of sports. Welcome to the show that presents you sports on a weekly basis with a slice of sass. Now, the best part about this show, Cece and Chief Swat show, that see we celebrate the best of Nigerians and Africans all over the world, and I get to do it with my girl. Now, my name is Chief Swat, your Oregon one, the one that they call Energy Chief. Hey, can I get a what? What? Hey! Oh man, only here they had me like this. Now, my sister, the lady that breaks the sports with a slice of every dose of statistics.
everything in between.
Statistical woman. What's up, Cece? I the happen.
Wow. Yeah, it's raining.
It's raining.
And it's a lucky, when it's raining.
You tell them not saying that lucky with their you they snitch on us.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but I'm not that's all that they suffer for you. I'm not saying that's all that they suffer. When we entered, it seemed like it was the land of Goshen. By the time when we switch, it turned to the land of Egypt. Flood everywhere. Flood happened for that Egypt league. You join.
That's why there's always a pathway. When you believe in God, there's always a pathway.
A pathway.
Yeah. So
oh boy, Mona pray for my motor. My mechanic, they smile right now. He's a chief. I see where you go. Now, let's get into the game. Today's weekly gist is going to be different because why? We've got a legend in the midst. She's one of the only people going to be say FIFA don't carry from Nigeria. So they go to Zurich, go train people children. She's one of the only person who said don't win WAFCON women. Not be one, not be two. No, not two or three. No, so when they don't get one, they get plenty. That's how our women be. She's one of those as the finest from Badagry doing the Lord's work. And I can't believe we're going to be having her in our midst. But before we drag her in, you know what? A one, a two. What's that get there? See y'all now, baby there. Ladies and gentlemen, mortals and celestials, mamas and papas, we have in our midst, between our couch, for the first time, Ayisat Yusuf, the finest from Badagry to the world. Mama, how you there now?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
You speak English now. You swim entire.
Okay.
How do you feel? How do you feel swimming through Lekki through this place on a Monday like this?
It wasn't easy. It was a bit of struggle. But I have to jump from one car to one car to the other car.
I was there.
But here I am.
From one car to another. Well, that's at least you didn't add boats to your travels. That's a good one.
This is the Cece and Chief Swat show. You can get it on Sports Fiber. Manage us today. Pretty excited. So any platform where Sports Fiber they catch them there. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your subscribe, and even sharing it on all the multiple platforms. And over to you, Cece.
Okay, when we talk about Ayisat, she's done a lot of things that most people don't even know about, especially when it comes to women's football.
Yep.
Now, not every international player, those who played at the World Cup level, at the Olympics level, and of course at the WAFCON level, of course, which she is at least.
Actually, they come.
It's not all of them actually come back to actually give back. When I mean giving back, it's not the ferry giving back or the leg bearers giving back. You understand what I mean? I'm talking about the real giving back. So there's a reason why we have her here in the studio. We are counting down to WAFCON.
Oh, yes.
Which is starting on July 25th. And she told me something that she didn't know was even happening. It's that bad. When we were talking about the continental tournaments for women, the most prestigious ones that our Super Falcons have won, how many times? 10 times out of 14 editions.
She has a bit of them
so there's nothing going on at the moment, no activation, nothing. So we're going to be talking about that. But there's something about Ayisat that you people don't know. I mean, she's the only African woman to have received the FIFPRO Merit Award. And that's because of her contribution to developing the young girls in terms of coaching, mentorship, and of course,
even spiritually,
talent grooming. Come on. So that's the reason she's here in the studio to talk about all these and her projects she's been working on. I mean, for the first time in
wait now, if you talk the project,
Nigeria, we also were able to have something that had to do with all women scouting program.
That was
so now you know what we're talking about.
All women know.
So over to you. I mean, let's start from WAFCON is actually coming. I mean, what's the gist? What are you hearing? What are you hearing?
To be honest, I wasn't hearing anything. I think I had to hear it from you today.
Well, I not get WhatsApp group.
No. And I don't think it's really nice that that kind of tournament is happening and there's no news, media promoting and saying something about Super Falcons. Come on, this is African. This is Super Falcons. There should be more news out there about the WAFCON. But it's so sad that it's not happening the way I personally expected it. But hopefully they will do more before the commencement of the WAFCON itself.
I've got a question though. Like, you've lived it. You've done, like, I think it was 2000. I was doing that mistake in me too. 2002, not 224. So you did this WAFCON route. What was different when you guys were about to go then? Well, the changes of the world, all of them, one bust out just before the WAFCON. What was different then? Did you guys have a party? Shino Peters, they called the routines out or what?
No, do you mean after winning the WAFCON?
No, before. Maybe let's say something like activation, send forth. Maybe why you guys, what's the camping like? What was it like? Is it like the
like from Nigeria? How was the energy like before you go?
I would say the energy was really high based on on the field of play. Like, it was very competitive and all of that.
Yeah.
But when you talk about the entertainment part, like,
preparation, the celebration, the preparation.
The preparation was like, in camp, play some friendly matches. And of course, social media, then by then, social media is not this huge. But I will also say, shout out to the media then, which actually push it over there, because media is very powerful and they're very strong, and we actually need them to promote it out there. But when you talk about the send off, whatever, it was nothing like that. It was just a normal we doing things and then qualified and then boom.
Do you guys get WAFCON is coming, everybody, you know what, go on, everybody come to maybe Casablanca to come and play, or do you come here first, maybe stay in camp for a while, then before everyone travel together, to go to the tournament?
Back in those days, normally we always come down to Nigeria.
Everybody.
So at least the fans get to see you.
Even with the professionals then, because by then I remember I was playing in Finland as a club. So not everybody comes home from your different various clubs down to Lagos. Of course, they can might be in Abuja or whatever state. But normally we come down to Lagos and preparation and everything, and then direct to after the selected player that have been picked, then we then go together to the tournament venue. So nobody goes from one country to the other. Basically, you come from your club and down to Nigeria. That's how it works there.
Does that help when you come back to Nigeria? Una chop the jollof, una take small turkey? Because I hear say turkey for abroad different from turkey from Nigeria. It's different, Abi?
Very different. I think the local one is more...
It's more hingego. See, but by the time una take that turkey, una gist, una banter, una lighten the load, say it's different when you guys get to go like to the foreign camp, because then that it's all business. Does that ease the pressure for you guys?
It actually eases the pressure, because even the environment, the vibes, the food, it's completely different. Like, you feel like this is your country. This is like whereby Nigerians are crazy, that we have crazy fans that they only want to support. Even at training, you can see the energy there. That nobody want to fuck up. Everybody want to make the list to go to WAFCON. But and then like you said about the food. This food actually is very important, because most time when we travel, we have to eat this jollof rice, this or jollof rice, and the chicken set maybe not we know don't well, like that kind of thing.
And not happy die.
Don't me. So those kind of things also actually happen. Like, we fufu a bar, those kind of when you go jam them, you go just fling. But so for me, I actually love those kind of vibes, than of course maybe they have their reason why they have to meet in some other country. But I think in my opinion, it's always good to feel this homely welcome, and the vibe of fans and everybody, families and everybody supporting you. So when you go there, that this is completely a business. So personally, I think I love those kind of vibes.
Okay, we are starting. Okay,
I wanted to say, you remember that during this World Cup, Norway, they said that they brought their own fish, like a full block of their own fish, a full block of their own oranges.
Yes, of course, yeah.
And apparently they didn't get to do too many things at home as much before they moved.
Yeah, so they had to.
So they carried their food. Oh boy, not be food makers, and you got fight that time when we here. But let's focus.
Let's focus, because I
food
know
is important. I'm just saying
to digress.
Food is very important.
You just talked about what you talked about. We used to have it. I mean, I remember the last 2016.
Yes.
We had
that
something similar. But the last two editions we've not really have that. I remember there was even a send forth for the girls. I think the one went to Ghana. Ghana or the World Cup Australia, before they went to Australia.
Australia seemed like it was a good vibe.
It was a good vibe. I mean, it was a good vibe. We saw the sponsors coming in,
Baba, I work for international platform.
So we saw the sponsors coming in. We saw what MTN did with the girls. Aisha followed it. So it was great at that time. But after that, the last edition, it was everybody come, let's locate us. I think it was in Portugal the last time.
Yeah,
and then the last time. And then this time around,
it's
Portugal, they stayed there before they traveled to Morocco. So this time around, it's good. They're going to Morocco straight. But then you have the days. I mean, the camp officially open today, on Monday, 13th July.
Yeah.
But then maybe training will start on the 15th, which is like 10 days to the commencement of the tournament.
10 days.
Is that really enough? Because last time we complained about the girls not having enough games. This time is even worse because we've not really had that many games for the girls.
Mama.
Is this really enough? You know, because you've played the game.
Yeah.
Because at that time, what we were saying, what we were trying to portray, I remember when we talk about track and field then, athletes, what they're facing then and what they're facing now. It's like things get better in most Sena climbs that we know. But in Nigeria, it's like it's getting worse. I mean, you just talked about how you guys will come here, you know, enjoy the family, the fans and all. We didn't see it last year. I thought because, the timing, you know, the postponement and everything, they were not ready.
And that this will give us time to prep.
Do you understand? So this time around,
better.
so when it happened in March, this thing was postponed from March to July. And then Super Eagles are not at the World Cup.
So no excuse.
So there is no excuse. So what I'm
there's
saying...
election for NFF.
No. That's
okay.
No, because the reason why you're there is because of the players, right?
Yeah, sure.
Without the players, you will not be there. So is it getting worse? Or is that this time now, preparations and the games they play, is it really enough? Because we're talking about them picking a ticket for the World Cup and also winning a championship.
I think at this point, in my opinion, we have to just hit the nail on the head.
Okay.
I think it's really, really getting worse. And I don't think I hold anyone apologies because we have to say it the way it is.
Please.
And like you mentioned, like they only have if they start the training on the 15th and the tournament start on the 25th. So which means they only have plus minus 10 to 12 days.
Yeah.
This is even a club that I coach in Finland. There's no way you can have a tournament, even a program, that you have to travel out of Finland to maybe Denmark or Norway, that you have 10 days for training preparation. Then we're talking about the national team of Nigeria for that matter, and Super Falcons. And when you mentioned that earlier on, it was postponed to at least, let's say, 3 months. And if you take a look at the calendar break, they have enough time, and even players are on breaks. So why can't they use those time to put these players together? Maybe if not Nigeria, one country to go training.
One or two small training for you.
And I think I had they play one training match, maybe one or two. You know, this is not enough for an African tournament. Mind you, every other African countries, they are not sleeping any longer. Everybody is doing what they have to do to get there. So before we say, we want to go and play AFCON, win 5-0, 10-0, it's no longer that way any longer. So if other countries are doing their own training properly and make it maybe friendly matches, and we claim to be African, of course we are African champions, which I'm proud of that. But then again, we have to do the needful, because 10 days preparation to the AFCON is completely too little, and shouldn't expect miracle. Of course, I want Super Falcons to win and do well. I believe in the players individually as a team, but the people that are leading, I mean, those that are in charge of the preparation and training, they should do more and they should do better. Because if you want to get a good result, it's not abracadabra. You have to do the right thing to get the right results. So I think they should look more into this, not just the Super Falcons, even the under 17, under 20. When we are going for preparation, we should have enough time for friendly games, training, so that even the coaches can have enough time to be able to select players on merit.
I like to see when you talk players on merit. I think we've seen the list already. The WAFCON list came out and we saw a few veterans. I'm liking the fact that, you know, Aisha, your time, by the time you were hitting 30 or 28, people started saying, go and retire. Is that the case now for even the girls that you coach in Finland? Because now we get girls when we say they are doing fantastically well. We're just coming off a World Cup for the men, that men in their 40s, men in their 30s, more players are elongating the years in their active duties. So when we say you did for grassroots, you see how they go. What's the thing that's helping these ladies, in your opinion, keep it together?
Are you talking about in Finland now, in Nigeria?
Generally.
Yeah, okay.
With your experience
I think I have to also make a reference and compare and contrast.
Oh.
Yeah, because why I say in Finland, for example, even there's this thing that FIFA even have, because I'm one of those advocates here. By God's grace, when I did my sports management in Switzerland at FIFA headquarters, luckily for me, Arsene Wenger was my mentor. So I actually learned a lot with some other legends.
Professor!
Players. It's God, don't know me. you know, I saw some player that even Mesakide was there, because they actually picked 35 globally, internationally legends. So I was part of the legend, they picked 35 players. So we had a discussion, and then we were talking about how FIFA can support women that when they have maybe they have pregnancy and they can continue. So which is possible. In abroad, I think in my team too, I have like 2 players that actually, when during the pregnancy, they'll give them a break, and after the child break, then they come back and they do amazingly, because they have the structure, they have the facilities, the support is there. So in Africa, that's why you see when somebody make a baby playing for the national team, they see you as that's the end of your career.
The ability.
And the ability, and then for you to come back, to come and play, it's maybe out of 10, maybe half or 1. So I think we have to change this narrative, because having a child or giving a child
Giving birth.
baby, it doesn't actually affect the player if you can get the normal support. So in my opinion, it's all about the structure and how the player gets support. So age is not just okay. Look at you said now. You say some player play at 40s and 30s. They still play well.
Very well.
Why are they playing well? Why not we? We are all humans. Just that the narrative and of course the context, how we project it, that's what will make you feel like, okay, now I'm a mother. Maybe I'm not be able to play. Come on, even me, after I give birth to my children, my first child is 17. My boys are turning 15 in December. So I can still play even now. But not like, but I still play with my players in Finland. So if I could feel, and I don't feel anything like in pain, of course, normally when they kick your leg and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is that they should not just make you feel like if you make a baby, that's the end of your career. So in principle, you just have to do the right thing and just project the right thing. And it's doable. It's doable.
Okay, let's get into it's doable.
Yes, you're doable.
But
Yes, that's. I mean, you have a lot of projects. I've been following you for a long time, really. I mean, I remember there was a time you brought some coaches from Tottenham. There was the coach from Tottenham Hotspur. I'm trying to remember her name. I think her name is Oshodi. I'm trying to remember. I think her name is Oshodi. She told me about how. Oshodi. What's her first name? Christiana. Yes, Christiana. She's a UEFA, licensed coach, and then she came with you to one of your programs, mentorship program for the girls. I was fortunate to attend the event, and I spoke with her. She was talking about how then, when they were playing football in England, they pay to play. Then yes, they pay to play.
Americans.
Yes, they pay to play.
Lord.
But she said when she came to Nigeria, when the Super Falcons came to play, then I mean that's why I say it was better then when the Super Falcons came to the UK to play friendly. So they were thinking, okay, what do we have to pay to play? So she said she saw something different that we got it so easy. So you have when you can play ball, you have opportunity to play. You don't need that much money to put into it. So that's
compared to the money they spend abroad.
Compared to what they spend abroad. So we have it already here because you're struggling to get into the very small space that they have. But here is abundant. So she said she was shocked. At that time when we started football, already Falcons were already winning trophies. And England started when? We've seen the league. We've seen the league. The WSL. We've seen what the Lionesses are doing at the world stage. They saw that they are paying. They've got TV right deals and everything. So we are still talking about the basics. So let's leave that. Let's get into what you're doing because why did you get into the structure of you developing talent, having an academy, and training and mentoring the young girls?
It's plenty.
It's a lot. So let's start from the beginning.
You just saying shit.
The one you started with, and then the one that is continually going on and on and on and on.
I think I'm happy that you mentioned one or two during and I'm so happy that you were there. And thank you very much for attending.
She said you the dragon way.
Yeah, she's my friend. I love her. Because she's pushing all the time. And I love to see more women that are pushing in sports. So when I see people like that with a good energy, I just want to, because it's a collective effort. Let me start from the shift football. Shift football actually is a reflection of my life. Because there's a story behind my career, which most people know or some people don't know.
Talk to us a bit.
I came from a Muslim background, and back in those days, a girl child is not allowed to play football. My dad was an imam. And yes, he was an imam. He had his own mosque. I was the only son of the family then. So me being a girl of imam playing football in the street, I always play with the boys. So it's like so exactly, slap on the face. That's the right one. So I have to all the time sneak to go and play. And when I got back, there's something waiting for me at home. Better one. Yes. So and unfortunately, I lost my dad when I was 9. So when he passed, my mom, mothers they always have this So sometimes my mom is just like even though she don't actually want me, but she knows anytime I go just that kind of mother shout. So at some point the family feel like it's like this girl want to play football. So they took me away from my mom. So for like 5 to 7 years, I knew I have a mother, but I was not allowed to see my mom like this. Wow. So they took me from my mother's place to one of my aunts at Ibutemeta then. They used to call that place Ilaje, very, very, very trenchy area like that.
I know of that place. I never go
very rugged area like that. No, but actually that area actually built me. So at some point I had to start sneaking out to play because luckily for me, I actually don't learn football. I was just gifted. And I used to play with ball and I used to play with. I never knew I'm going to use football to be professional or whatever. So one day, and that my auntie, they were very wicked like that. Blessed memory.
She said because I was more auntie, not be me. Oh, that's this you talk about.
No, they know I'm telling the truth because this is a true life story.
Yeah.
So flogged me and everything. So at some point, the moment I go to school, they stop. Because of this thing, said they stop me going to school because in school, primary school, you have to play. Maybe after break, you play.
You play football.
So every time they always tell me, how you don't play football? It's taboo. It's this. Quran say this. Quran say that. And as a child, then whatever they said, you always want to believe. If a boy touch you like this, you just get pregnant. Me, I thought if they touch you like this, pregnant don't come with that. So I never knew that something different. So one day I was able to ask her, okay, Ejo, why am I not allowed to play football? She said, you're not allowed to play because you're a girl child. So in my head, it's my head like, okay, then if it's just because of game, I want to know if it's something dangerous. As a child now, get out of 14, 13, maybe I'll just stop. I was just thinking maybe they're trying to protect me. But when she say it's because you're a girl, you're not allowed to play. And Quran say this and that. Of course, I went to Quranic school and all of that. So, but I just love to play football. So one day, as someone courage, at the age of 15, I ran away from home.
Wow.
I ran away from
In
home.
Lagos.
Yes, in Lagos. Yes. If anybody that's saying these stories, they would know. They used to call me Oloruko in that area. So I ran away from there.
So what does Oloruko mean?
A namesake, because she also bear Aisha.
Oh.
So they call me Ola, and it's like my namesake. So they used to call me that Oloruko. So I ran away from home and I just went to some primary school there like that. I stayed there for 2 days. Luckily for me, I went to play again. So one guy just saw me playing with the boys. I said, why is this one? This boy is a play boy. And I said, she's not a boy, she's a girl. I said, Now took me to one place. That was my first club, where being for like 1 week. And by then there was no mobile phone to reach out to me anyway. So fast forward to Verobin, I started playing there. And Duma asked me if I want to go to school. Then I went back to primary school, just like, even though I didn't even finish my secondary school because then football was just what I want to play. Yeah, and it was that's what I find solace in. So luckily for me, that was the first ever under-19 World Cup, Canada to be precise, in Edmonton. Yes, and then the first camp was in Makodi at Boko. They will call about 137 players, and they only need 21 players.
But then they call them like that again.
Yeah. It was a lot.
Where is the money?
Yeah. So
please continue.
Yeah. So I was one of the third player they picked. So since that day, I was always the setter in the team. So then we went to. They didn't even know where I was then. My mom didn't even know that I've run away from home anyway because I was not allowed to see her. So, but this woman like this, they're looking for me in the community, but nothing serious, Until yes,
a small child under a watch.
Yeah, waiting. I block the watch. So and my mom didn't even know, and nobody was fighting for me. I don't have any parental support, and my father has gone and everything. So I was just living my own world. But I actually forgot that I run. Where I was just like playing football, so I didn't even think about home at all. And luck find me, people that took me actually took care of me. So boom, I was in Canada. That was when they saw me in TV. So that was what changed my story from grass to grace. And at that Canada too, something happened that break the camel's back. Our first match was against Japan. And a blessed memory, Coach Egudia. Yeah, this one is swallowed Duracell battery. You know how to run. So when we want to read the national pledge. So at that moment, when we read the national pledge, it was a nice match. I got emotional. So I was able to control it. Just like I was imagining my head. See me, Omo, Canada, they play match, flight. Hey, Omo, so I just got emotional. So I couldn't control myself. It was because it was beyond my control. So I just started dropping off my. So the cameraman said, "Won't do paparazzi, just focus on me like this." So he was showing everywhere. And my coach, like Coach Napoleon, worry man, like this. Just tell me, hi, why you crying? I know Peter said, "Coach, don't worry." So after the match, because it actually went viral. After the match, they had a meeting. But they want to know why, normally if we play in the national team, you're happy to play everybody. But why this small girl crying? But it's just me. It's just about what I thought. It was just like, God, So and I told them, I said, well, nobody harassed me. I was not being abused. Just that. So then that was when I was able to hear out my pain. So like, you're in camp for all this year. Nobody was in camp. I mean, I'm very lively in camp. So I'm just always doing my thing. So like, I show this. So when I started telling them what I went through, that I always got flogged. Most of the time when I go play football, no food. Like, even like they used to beat me with this 2x2 ply. Then they beat me with hand. Oh my joint, they will beat me. My eye go like this. Yes. I even the street on my body like let's say I be criminal, but I'm not tifo. Just look at the play ball.
No wonder I say wicked.
Like, very wicked.
Wicked.
No, before she passed on, she apologized, but before then I forgive her because God already fought for me. So then I explained to the club and the national team and everybody. So they start crying for me. I said, for me, you don't have to cry for me. I'm just happy that I'm able to speak up for myself now. Because sometimes in life, if you are not successful, you don't even, at that time you want to start giving story, nobody wants to listen to that your story. So when that success comes, then the stories become sweet. But the thing that it pains me that I have to go through this job because I'm a girl child. That's what just only my sin. So but anyway, before I go back to Nigeria, it was already everywhere.
It was viral.
But I'm so happy that the one thing that actually changes was when I came back from that World Cup, all the community mothers in my community, they always allow their girl child. Now look at Aisha, she playing for national team. You can go and play. So that alone, I took the bullet, but I'm happy that those girls are allowed to play. So which means like I was like, obviously I wouldn't want any girl child to go through what I went through because I was just lucky out of 100. Yeah. So that was when I started. Back to your question. Sorry, I took too long.
No, it's real.
No, we love the story really.
So back to that.
This is not a newspaper.
Back to your question. So
ChatGPT not tell me this one. Continue.
they won't tell you that because I mean I'm just trying to imagine because I'm tearing up now. I'm just trying to imagine, you know, I pledged to Nigeria, my country, right? That was the ending. So imagine the country that really didn't really give you that opportunity, and then at international stage you pick it up because I mean at that age, at 14, run away from home. I mean, girls can't do it now because insecurity level in the country, it's crazy. Anything could have happened. You were just lucky to have the opportunity, and then you got drafted into the team without knowing anyone. And then the next time they saw you, after how long they haven't seen you, was at international. I mean, was on international. See, you actually need to write the book.
This is a movie.
Was on TV. I mean, a child they've been looking for, and if next time they saw you was on TV.
That's not if they bother look for. Because it showed me that say somebody looked at her.
Negligence, really, negligence. Please continue with your story. I mean, it's.
Yeah, so when the whole thing happened, I was just like in my. That's why I say like, me when I was all through my national team. I think I played for 13 years in the national team. By God's grace, 3 World Cup, 4 times African tournament, and Olympics. So after the Olympics, I said football me go. So when I stopped playing, you know, like then I was thinking in my head like, how would I don't want to be a role model from a distance. I want to be involved, and you know, luck find me when I started playing international countries. I played in Finland, Germany, then back to Finland. So I see the structure there. And again, I was like, okay, now this thing that happened to me, maybe some other girls are still going through something similar. Maybe not that as bad as mine. But then again, it's not good for a girl child to be deprived. Don't judge talent by gender. Because obviously, they don't give birth to themselves. So I thought like, okay, I have to start to do something in Nigeria. To be honest with you, I've lived in Finland for the 21 years of my life. But I just always think in my head, what will I do to make my country better? Of course, we always say government should do the thing, but we as an individual too, if you have the opportunity to help 1 or 2 persons, why not? So I like, okay, I have to do something now. That was what gave birth to FIFPRO, because that FIFPRO actually was a reflection of my life. And because I want to put the story, because sometimes, you know, it's not all about fairy tale. True life story is very important. That inspires a lot of people. People always tell me, write story about your life, about your career. Because actually, in 2016, European Union actually used my story as, you know, some motivation there. And I was happy I was there to, you know, talk about it and all of that. People start feeling bad and all of that. Of course, it's a touching story, but then again, you just have to do the right thing to make it, to change the narrative. Because me, I'm very keen about girl child. Of course, I'm not discriminating boys. I love boys. After I have son. But then again, I started with FIFPRO, and this year I make it 11th year. So the FIFPRO initiative was a story of my life, a reflection of my life, and I want to also touch life. And touching life is not all about being a celebrity without impact. So the only thing I feel like, come back home, if you cannot get the full structure, at least start with something. And that was when I started like doing the FIFPRO every year. Like, you know, you've been there, you do seminar, I invite lawyers, so that player can also know their rights, what they are signing, know you have to speak, you don't have to, you know, play football under duress and all that. Because during my playing prime, I don't have anyone I can call role model. You know, so I just wanted to see, okay, this person I've played for the national team, I want to be like this, I want to be like Cecilia. You know, something like that. So I said, okay, this is what I want to do. Then FIFPRO continue, and until last year, 2 years ago, when I celebrated the 10th edition of FIFPRO, I already have in my mind I want to have an academy. And the reason why I want to have the academy, because during the FIFPRO program, every year I do it every year. And trust me, that FIFPRO, sometimes the least I've spent is 5 million naira. And in Nigeria, please, you guys should come and support women's sports, all of you, all these men and women, and all these companies as well. So, and I did it because I have passion for it, not because I have to do it. Because I want to touch life, I want to change narrative or how they think, or the context, how they think about girl child. Because in abroad, there is equality in sport. But when you talk about women in sport in Africa in general, I think most African countries also go through 1 or 2 days. But this is not fair. And that's why we also call up on 1 or 2 persons too. Most especially our leaders, to look into this, because we have the talent. So that when the FIFPRO continue and all of that, I see that during the tournament, they always come from 200 to 300. I have to even say, please, I only need 350 people. But before you know, they'll call like 4 something. And you have to give all of them food and all of that. It's a lot of
It's all of them food.
yes, because they cannot
Not
just
the
come and
shop.
Feed them, yes.
yeah, because they
It's
just cannot just come
it's
there.
a tournament.
It's tournament and you come from you cannot just keep somebody to sit down 2 hours, no food. Oh, come on, it's not good. But Puff said no go benefit.
So it's real food. It's actually real food. Yeah, it's real food. Yeah.
You don't shop the food now. Why
Yes,
you
of
no
course,
go
I've
take
been
it?
there. It's food. I mean, for us that like the bigger ones. So there's always like a buffet upstairs.
Ah,
when
now they do
yes.
buffet.
Yes.
Mama, you never call me make a call. Now they
So
like
whatever
Chinese
you
food.
want, yeah. So for
It's just about fun.
you're busy making money.
I
So
beg, stop
we're
am.
doing the
If my friend dey
groundwork.
talk about food and she dey beg and you know say the food na nice food because she's very selective. But I like that you took charge. There's a lot of people who take from one side and they never cross the bridge over. For you said something just now, like when you are playing under duress, that thing still snapped my brain because guys, this is 2026 and we're beginning to get more rulings in favor of women. For instance, what will be the name of that club for Europe when we say they just filed against them and they ruled against them for discriminating against a pregnant football player?
Yes, of course.
So the narrative is not like before. But this is 2026. How can a female player in Nigeria say that I'm playing under duress? What does that mean? Because
No,
sometimes
I think we wanted her to finish with the conversation she was on. She was on to something.
On it.
Yeah,
sorry.
you're going to ask that
duress.
duress
Oh,
question.
finished
Yeah.
it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Now the duress ring my brain. Sorry, Manoves.
It's okay, my dear. So and that shift football, just like I said, I want to just get more of those girl child off from street. And whenever we have this tournament, they always come around. And you can see the joy in their eye, in the faces and all of that. And see everybody feel inclusive and all of that. So I was like, okay, let me continue doing this. And I want to say a big shout out to Fair Network. I mean, football against racism in Europe.
Yes.
I'm part of the board member, so they always give me like t-shirt from England.
Oh, nice.
Down, about 300 or something.
Kids?
Yeah, kids like the t-shirt. And if anybody you see fair,
Yes.
it's for me.
Nice.
So I always bring them. And why they actually gave me those because they believe and trust me. Because normally they don't want that thing is only for the Europeans. But because they know what I do and they know it's going to the right people and so they give me some grants too to support the project then. So
Thank you for being our ambassador.
Yeah.
Not disgrace Nigeria.
so when it got to 9 years, I started thinking in my head like, okay, now I've seen because in that tournament, in every club that comes to play, you always see one or two, this unique
Outstanding talent.
Yeah. And of course, I don't like to hijack anybody's player. I'm like, okay, I think these people have talent. Why not? So then I start thinking about academy because you have to think about the business
aspects of
So
sports.
first the
Yes.
charity,
Yes.
next the academy.
Yes. So the charity was on for like 10 years, and that was when I was thinking, now it's a decade. Let me just at least shift and deviate a bit, but not closing it. Then I start thinking in my head, okay, all these guys I've seen, let us try to see how because sometimes they play among some people that are not really strong. They themselves they're not improving. But when you pick talent and they face themselves, they become more competitive and more challenging. So I just did the CAC, I registered the academy. On low key, I didn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Just because in my head, I've been in one or two academy that they say academy. Honestly, some people that say that running academy is just for your own personal and selfish interest. I don't think this is nice.
MMM.
Yeah, exactly. So how you would say you put 5 or 6 players in just one room, and these are they are prone to this and all of that. So I went to the player, I see like they just throw the foam on the floor, hanging floor there, here and there.
Say lie.
To be honest, no window, everything was just there's no ventilation. I was like, in my head, they said because it's an academy. I said, well, Nigeria, I'm sorry to say, sometimes when people are doing so, nobody checkmates what's going on. So they just do, and these players are the vulnerables. And most of them don't want to go out and talk about it because when you say something, I was one of those things that when you talk that time too, they put people have beat. But at some point, you just have to say what you have to say. Then I was just like, okay, I have to start my academy. But the first thing I did was the safeguarding of the girl. I bought a land, I built an hostel for my players. And then I want to have maximum 22 players, max. But 20 is what I want to start with. But first I have 15 players, so everybody have their own beds, bedroom, kitchen, and I never allow my players to buy food outside the camp. I save money to buy a bag of rice, beans, and everything. So they cook by themselves. We have Saturdays as a fruit day. So I had to just use that narrative of how things is being done abroad. Because when I see someone, say we travel abroad, by God's grace I've traveled far and wide. I even lost count of the countries I've been to. Even in Chinkoda, I went to chop frog.
How said the frog get egg?
Yes.
You get it. Egg.
No, if you want chop frog, chop the one you get egg. Yeah, those fat ones.
You chop on you chop.
Yes.
Exactly. So I was like, okay, the first thing I have to do is to just at least not just doing it for doing sake, do it for purpose and reason.
Okay.
So think about this girl because as a girl, they are young. Just make them have a place to sleep. And asking players to be going to training, even for adults, the Lagos traffic
Transport,
ethics,
everything.
and before all those area boys start
Distraction.
harassing those girls, and even you adults, when you walk in some street in Lagos, they just want to one or two things. They talk of a minor. So I say, okay, all my players have to be in the camp. So the food and everything, by God's grace, I take care of that. So just on the solo effort and sponsoring. But I'm happy doing it, to be honest, because I can see the impact in their life. And some of them go to school. I pay for like 4 of them to do WAFCON this year. So I just try to combine education, which I was not having when I was young.
Opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. So I know education is very important. I do skill of preference during my playing career because I have to just do what I have to do. Because back in those days, you don't have the chance to say you want to go to school in the morning, go training. Once you just go that school, and that school before you go your house. So but in national team, you have to be in camp for 2-3 months sometimes. So there's no way. So I was like, okay, well, let me just drop the school and just because football was with no regrets. After everything, I have to go back to school in Finland and study. Actually learned to press computer in Finland. The last time my papa don't die, nobody will buy me a laptop. Now no phone. So
get Nokia. Your pet get Nokia first now.
So all those kind of things. So I was like, okay, this academy I want to do like proper structure academy. If you want to do something, do it well and do it right. If you don't want to do it, better don't even start. In my opinion, anyway. So the first thing I did was to build the camp, get the food, the bed, everything was me and everything. And the player, I told them, I don't take 1 penny from my players. I do everything for them. But make sure you change your career. Once you're not good, after 2 months, I'm sending you back to your parents. And they have parental concept sign
agreement. I wanted to ask.
Yes, I guess, because most of them are managed to have parental concept sign agreement and their manager as well. So I just put them to tell them how football, because I've been there, I passed through. So all I'm doing is just giving back to the community, touching life, and also trying to set a legacy. That even when I'm no more, people behind they come and even do better than I do.
Yeah.
But I will need more of this. Even the international, even the recent one that now football is money. Not like doing our own time. I think we play more of the name. They'll make some small money that time, but at least now it's not the same. So the purpose of my academy is just that I just want to support women in sport. I would not want to say only football, but just that my own passion is football. So I do it. I try to do it right and do it, and that was why I don't have any collaboration with anybody, because I have to be careful also to people that are out of. Of course, I'm open to collaboration and cooperation, but you have to be something that aligns
with your values.
Exactly.
Value system.
And me, I'm not a selfish person. For me, it's just switch up and show everybody happy. But I hate people that are greedy. So what I do basically Chief Football leverage and gave birth to the academy. And thank God for God, I started 2 years ago. 2 of my players are called in the national team under 17. And one
so these ones are going to Morocco World Cup?
Yeah, one actually went last year to the World Cup.
Okay, Olamide is... Oh, wow. Okay. So who is the one that is the best one now?
She was dropped for this.
Okay.
So Olamide stayed there. And then, so at least under 2 years, 2 of them were called to the national team, which is a big thing. And I always tell them, whatever you're doing, you're picking. Me, I'm not one of them. I know they call any coach to carry player. If you're not good, you're not good. Work hard to get there. Yeah. You have to just be that memory. And tell them no, that even if you have to be favored, but at least help yourself so that the person want to help you too, be able to help you. Not just go further like this. You can they carry
grace, not grace.
So actually, the Chief Football gave birth to the academy, and the academy is giving birth now to the player from my academy to the national team. So in all honesty, I'm grateful to God. I'm happy doing it. Even though it's a bit of struggles, something I do, with the jersey, all the time I'm coming home, I'm always coming. All my players' boots is from abroad. Boots, jerseys, I always bring it from there because the quality is always last. And Nigerian grass also, the grass is not like really like the abroad there, whereby you can use football and bush for like 2 years. But here, after 6 months,
they say the iron sponge maybe our grass. So that makes players not they slide on top when they score. Say
so those are the things. I'm happy doing it, and at the moment also I have a big vision, big project. God help me. I'm praying for God. I want to also, by God, to have a sports complex. That is my.
Still in Badagry, or you carry it to mainland? Mainland.
You don't see where it's gonna be. Like a sports center. What does it going to entail? Is it like the facilities we have in Europe, for instance? Maybe training. Kind of okay. Like you have training facilities. Okay.
Gyms. Exactly.
Okay. Gymnasium.
Some court. Even table tennis.
Okay.
So people can.
Okay. More like a sporting facility.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Actually, I have a gym also. Ayisat Yusuf gym and fitness one. But so the community uses it and they pay, because I have to find a way to there's something called sustainability.
Yeah.
So I have to find a way to sustain also, because sometimes when I don't get a salary earlier, the player needs to buy some, that girls, toiletries and all that. Sometimes they got sick, so I have like a family doctor that when they're sick, they go to the doctor. These are people's children. So that's what I do. I just make sure that they have at least they don't have any
Sustainability.
to be complaining or anything. So most of them people come they want to come to the academy, but I have a rule. If you are not good, you are not good. You have to go through training. So I don't pick on say Chief is my friend and I don't have to
Hey, when I want to racket just now.
but it is good we can support, but that's just make it like a bit
Yes.
serious as well.
Aye.
So that's what I do. And the gym, the players use it for we have Monday and Wednesday, Saturday for gym day. Of course, they use it for free, but the community they pay for maybe month, week, and maybe hours.
Subscription.
Yes, subscription. Thank you. So that we use the money to
To balance.
Yeah.
I beg you study economics because
For where I don't go to school.
You know, you go
No,
because
you
you
say go,
mentioned
because
Switzerland and
you're
FIFA for you to go. I've done sport business management. I know what that means. So by the time you do anything that has to do with management in sport, it grounds you because it gives you, branding. You understand the
that's
business
some Wall
aspect of
Street.
it.
That's some Wall Street.
So when you're telling me you don't go school, I don't know what they study when I read sport business management. So you went to FIFA management program.
Yeah.
he studied under Semenga.
Under Semenga because
Just lucky.
I was
Yeah,
looking at the FIFA Masters program, so that was supposed to. I
That's
actually
expensive. I won't do
registered
it
for
before. I
it.
won't go
When
in.
I saw the money,
22,000.
no,
You
it's
don't increase
50.
fast.
Everything is 50. Is it 55,000 Swiss
Now the
dollars?
Swiss one.
Yes.
Hey.
So yeah, so
don't
that's
realize
the
you.
school you went to, and you're telling me you no go school. I beg now.
My 4 years for you, better not reach $10,000. Mama, arrest you.
Say
I go say, how can school
$10,000.
you-
What do you
How much our school fees that time?
How much?
I was coming, even when we had the money for our papa, then the money not still they reach all. Now like 10k, 12k, 25k.
Do you understand?
Then at the book where you come buy
Even-
go plenty.
How you take
Now
it
you
down?
take partner. Take other.
You buy lit and Rachel. Put
In
it
that
together.
case, actually, why I actually got that slot
Yeah.
for that FIFA.
Yeah.
The system they call CIS.
Yes.
Yes.
So the Arch S International to submit
Yes.
an application, and they had about 197 applicants,
Oh wow.
and they only want to pick 35.
Mm.
So at luck and God still got to love me.
Yeah, I love you
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
And I think there were two people that were picking in India. It was myself and Jojo Kocha.
Oh.
Yes, but they have this men.
They get the men and the women.
Yeah.
So now when the guy posts that time, oh, so now you be the
Yeah.
female version.
But I don't want to talk about it. I don't want paparazzi.
Okay.
So I went there. Of course, it was a bit challenging. You know, when you see all those people that they don't go school fees, you look and say, I want to write this thing. You know, say, and the other they carry last.
Yeah.
At all.
You don't get that,
Yeah.
that's-
Yeah.
So, but at least I was happy that my group of people were very, very supportive, and you have to play match.
Yes, yeah.
I see those are match.
Yes, people want to just see you as because they want to see you as a legend, even if just to kick the ball. Of
Yeah.
course, the energy might not be the same.
Yeah.
But a footballer will always be a footballer.
Okay.
Not be all those one.
Eh.
Those original footballer. Any idea?
Wait, you say original footballer. I bet tell me say you don't see Ronaldinho the player, beg.
That one a bomb baller.
Now my goat be that one, now the original goat.
Yeah, and I was lucky to meet at the Olympics and Messi, so you have to check together.
Okay.
So look at flex.
Editor, you go drop that picture. When I go knock at me so that they go see her.
And they are nice people, but I love Messi. He's so calm, and every time I see him, it doesn't like to talk.
I thought this Messi, this World Cup, not be our Messi.
Yeah, people are beefing him at 39.
And they beef him.
I don't understand.
And they before.
I get it. I understand.
But the guy is something special.
It's something, but you know, I love your story really. I mean, resonating with you and just knowing what you went through, I've been able to carry on and on and
Carry
on and
people
on and
along.
on and on and on. Now, you talked about academy. What's an ideal academy really? Because we've seen some academies like sometimes they'll tell you, oh, you have to promote some academies. I'm like,
You have to
What
pay to
you-
enter the academy.
do you understand? You
Do
have
people
to
pay to enter academy?
Yeah, a lot.
Yes, almost everybody. But
So what's your
why?
ideal academy? I
The thing
mean?
is that, like I told you, everything I do got to do with what I've been through, what I've passed through, the struggles I've been. Because I understand the pain of someone that has no food, that is hungry. Because I've tested it before. So anything I do, it got to do with my life. And that is why I think maybe God helped me. I try to structure that way of my academy. And as God may have it also, when I'm in Finland, doing my coaching courses, and I have to say a big shout out to Finnish football because they gave me a platform to showcase my potential, regardless of the language. You know, if you have passion for something, you have to just put my effort. Finland is a country of law. If you are not good, you are not good. But when they see your effort and you're good at what you do, they want to push you to support you. So they supported me in that. And I got some stipend from UEFA when I was doing my FIFA license. And in Finland, I am the first and only African Europeans that have a FIFA license. And they celebrated me. Nigeria too. I don't know. Maybe they
No, we'll go and start.
But I'm also in Nigeria. I'm the only UEFA license in the whole of Nigeria. I don't know tomorrow, which I really want other female, because now we need more female leaders. So when talking about my academy and how I structured it, is because as a player myself, as a mother, as a coach, what I think academy should be or should be treated is that when you say most people pay for academy, sometimes if you have a talent and the payment can also deprive them if they don't make the player is good and the parents don't have money to pay. If that player is not careful, that talent is going to be wasted. So I felt like, okay, this is the girl that know how to play football, and the parents cannot pay for maybe the jersey and the
observe it.
So how can I do to support this family to make this girl achieve her God-given dreams? Thank you. So that's why I said anything I got to do with my academy, they paid no penny to me. In fact, I feed them 3 times. I do everything for them. Just even the clothes they wear. I just see that as my children, and that also make them want to do more. And when I'm talking to them, sometimes we have to play, just joke as you know. I always tell people, I don't want to be a boss. I love to be a leader. Sometimes when you see yourself as a boss, I don't like when people boss people. My coach, at least Coach Tico is an old man. Even though when they call me Mama, I say no, just call me Aisha. I say no. So you see me because I'm the one in charge of the academy. But then again, you're all human. Maybe I'm just fortunate to be, maybe God help me to have some small change. But then again, I want people to be free talking to me. And when I'm talking about duress, it's because some players are so scared to speak up because of one thing or the other. And that can also affect their mental stability as a young girl. So about the academy, the way I run it is because I've been there in abroad. I see the structure, I see how things is being done. So I also try to use that narrative to build and also make our academy to look, I don't want to use the word unique, but I want us to stand out. And when they see, this is Chef Academy, you know, that's this particular thing that makes you unique.
Elite.
Stand out among others. I'm not in competition with anybody, but just that I want to do the right thing at the right time with the right people, and also to put the narrative out there that this is how it should be done. Because obviously it's not nice you say something that's if you have a grassroots, it's a different thing. Yes.
Wait, so grassroots different from academy?
Of course, obviously.
Just do for help, like just like
make that just a more that they play.
But academy is something that you have to the training time and everything. How the
structured.
Structure, everything. You have to know what.
Do they do inter-academy competitions or something? No, like generally, do they get to do that?
No, different academies coming to play together.
Like inter-sports?
Something like that, but just the phrase of maybe tournament.
Okay.
So academy is not, it's just like when you go to primary school, you enter way right, maybe they just push you, maybe they just pass you. When you go to secondary school, you know there's more challenge.
Yes.
Academy is like that.
Secondary school.
Yeah. So that's why I say my academy from day one, I knew what I want. And that's why I first set the structure of building a camp. Making my player feel comfortable. Everybody have their own bed. They have their own towel. Everybody have their own sponge. So everybody is doing their own thing. And then we have this thing they call like an education part, whereby I talk, like sometimes I do this online discussion whereby my friends talk to them so that they can have this abroad orientation, and that has kept them going. If you go to any tournament and see my player, you can never see them working anywhere up and down. Like we have rules and regulations. When it's 9 o'clock, black and light out, everybody's sleeping. So anything we are doing it as a family. So when you fucked up, you are going to your house. So nobody wants to just leave the camp because obviously you don't have any reason to tell me that you cannot do something because of this. I try to do. So the point of this academy is just to get discipline and get them ready for their own future. Because at some point I will not be keeping them. Once you are good, some players are on loan for now. So some this is Premier League loan. Because once you are good, you go there, the other one comes in. But if you are not good after 2 months observation, evaluation. Yes, because I don't want to keep a player that just come and eat and sleep.
Just a chop food for free.
So that I just say because if you are leaving your mom's or dad's home, you do 1 or 2 things. Maybe you go to help them to sell something, all of that. But if you are there, because you have to also be a bit strict. Because this is a kind of business. And now all the things I've been doing for the past 2 years. Nobody have paid me. I've not going to get any penny like gain. But you know, football something
investment.
If you are not strong enough, you want to give up at some point. Because thank God for God, the hostel they have is something that I feed myself.
If you were paying rent.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
So, paying rent for like just imagine 20 plus in one hostel. Do you know how much it costs? The light and everything. I will have to buy them gen generator so that when there's no light, just want them to have it better because I don't have those things. But now that I'm a coach, I'm happy to see 1 or 2 persons to call a role model. For example, Mayu in Finland, she's the first person to have FIFPRO. As a matter of fact, she's one of the person that I idolize, even though she see me as a friend, but me, I see her as like,
Now, so this one be, they call her my mentor, they Cece, you know, they know.
And this lady, American coach, Emma Hayes.
Okay, Emma Hayes, no, she's the lady.
Sorry, you don't meet Emma? Have you met her?
Actually, last week I just sent her an email. Hopefully you reply my email.
Ha! MIAs is amazing.
Yeah, she is.
It's like we're in this era of amazing masterminds.
They've always
They're
been
stepping,
there.
like now they step in their lights.
No.
Now
they're
people
not
they
stepping
see
in
their lights.
You're not getting it. They've always
Or
been
I mean, now we
there.
shift the light. Now they shift the light coming in.
Exactly. Now you're not spotlighting them. That's what you're doing. We are spotlighting them now. I mean, how many people knew your story? Do you understand? How many people know your story? So that's the thing. People see they don't know what it is. So that's what we are trying to do here. I mean, when we brought Emilia here, Edet, I mean, 82 years old, she's still gym and everything. I'm like, you're like,
Mama Athletics.
okay. I mean, when you see women like that, they've always been there. Mama Emilia, she was the
We met her at the stadium. She was still working out.
I mean, let me say
in
one
80s.
and only. I mean, that's a one and only female head coach ever. So
coach.
this was back in the 80s. So they've always been there. It's not left for us to spotlight them and bring them forward, really. You've always have amazing women. I mean, if you... Alele Williams, for instance, you went to University of
And that woman.
Anytime you enter
a young
that
woman.
school,
They call her Margaret
do you understand? Exactly.
But why is it that anytime a
No, what we are
Shenkes,
saying,
if
they've always
a
have women,
Shenkes
so
they
it's
try, they
not-
go say she's that too strict, or they will say na iron woman. May nobody call us iron, no, a big puff puff, akara.
So the point I'm trying
Please.
to make is I understand that people are getting to understand that yes, these women, they have values. They can bring in something.
Yeah.
Because you see a panel of World Cup analysts, for instance, then you don't see
No
a
women, but
woman
look at
among
this
them.
Sifiwe, Coach Sifiwe now. She played in the national team for Bayana.
Yeah.
She was their
Yeah, South
she used to be their national team captain.
So you see,
She even do coaching like you, Sef.
so
And
you
I see the
they're
mad
getting into
analysis.
space and see what you brought into it now. The point I'm trying to make is, I mean, the one and only. I don't know if there's going to be any other one.
There'll be
that
more in Jesus'
FIFPRO
name.
Merit Award. You know, for you to be able to get that. What was it like for you? Let me talk about that.
To be honest
Really.
with you, that was, I say, I've gotten some awards, but that FIFPRO was
Yeah.
the biggest.
You
It
cry.
was huge. Yes.
Yeah, because
No, because I wasn't expecting, because it was a bit challenging. It was
Yeah.
funny. Actually, when I was called to submit the proposal and everything, I was not sure I'm going to get it because one, even though I have two citizenship, I'm a Nigerian, I'm Spain. But you know, sometimes my roots is my roots.
Yes,
I'm
of course.
I'm a Nigerian. Sometimes they make the passport look as a notion. If you have to do something, if let's say if you're going to do 10, me I have to do 15. Not that they'll tell me.
20.
Not that they'll tell me. You have to
Do
stand
more.
out. They cannot compromise it, you know.
Yeah.
So when the thing to submit all this thing, imagine globally, you know, FIFPRO after FIFA is FIFPRO.
Yeah.
They say they submit it, blah blah blah. Me, my project, though I live in Finland, my project, everything I'm doing is in Nigeria, and I just come to Nigeria. Let's say I did Nigeria 2K 1 month or 2 months. I live in Finland for
The better part of the year.
Yeah.
And the project I'm doing is in Nigeria. So if you take a look at the narrative self, I don't come up for the line because it's not something I'm doing in Finland. I'm making it. You know, Finland they have this thing that
They'll project it.
Yeah, exactly. They project it well.
So you even come place when we say in quote now less to come
Yeah,
in they do.
God
So
will bless
now
you.
minus one you start from
It's
and you
good,
still go.
Yes. So after everything, they do the screen and everything. I know these people that are checking all this thing. They are
Thorough.
Detail.
like on they will just everything will have to be written. They will read line by line. So after they do screen, they say they can't get 10. From 10 they can't say 7. They say they can't say 5. My name is CB. And this guy they call Pano. I to shout out to you, Pano. He's the president of player union in Finland. I'm also part of the player union. She just told me, I know this is your project and I'm doing it in Finland. So they also actually check what I'm also doing in Finland. If I'm still as I'm like
Contributing to
Yeah.
your
community.
community,
So
yeah.
they check everything. They won't have to call Palolito. Palolito is like NFF in Nigeria. So they ask for my. Even at some point when I saw my CV, like this cannot be real. So I never asked to take interview to say, with this year, what do you play? This year, which country are you? Because why? You know why?
It will load.
I'm a black.
So you have
That's
to
true,
do
sha.
So
more.
they don't tell you that because of that. They don't want to discriminate, but they want to see for you to do this.
You go show working.
You go show exactly.
You go work, eh?
So I was like, okay, I mean, that's really
And
now,
still
just
not be discrimination.
Yeah.
It is.
But-
It's just in.
Aye.
You know why we said racism is structured? That's a fact.
It's true. It's,
But let me ask you
it's
one thing.
institutionalized.
It's institutionalized. I think that's the
If
word.
my country of birth, let's be
Yeah.
honest here, my country of birth actually support and gave me the
Ah,
platform.
Yeah.
What do you think I will go to?
Go Finland. You will not be
That's
there.
all.
Finland is one
Yeah.
of the coolest countries. Like even their language itself, Dangbana.
It's
It's
like
very
Dangbana.
complex. The third most difficult language in the world is Finnish.
Yeah, it's finished.
So
Yeah.
just imagine me that to struggle to do something to stand
Please,
out.
can you say something in Finnish? Like, okay, say something like, the weather is chill right here.
Tällä päivällä se on 100 vettä, niin iso.
On a language base, where you take roller, you almost want to get a bit of a Latin vibe. Like a piccata.
Italian.
Hey, get the Italian.
Italian-ish.
Cece, you have a good year. You need get you try.
Yeah.
But Mama, make we
So
lighten
okay,
this up.
let's finish with the award thing. So
The award,
top
yeah.
five.
You're not top from 5.
So from 5 at some point, I didn't actually hear you call it. So when I got to 3, so I still wake up for South Africa. Yeah, that somebody will call me at 6 o'clock and I have to be like in Zoom. So that day I didn't even go to training. So they called me and they started asking me so many questions. Now they picked the last 3. So they called 3 of us, but from different countries. I think the other guy was from Costa Rica and the last one was I think from Portugal. So
Wow.
So two guys and me. So and that 3 they have to pick only one. So
Wow.
they call us differently. So the guy called me, started asking me a question, what was my reason for doing this and all of that? Why am I doing this? And there's so many questions. So like I think it's an hour interview. So they're just free flowing and everything. So we say, well, they're done for now. They'll send it to the David, Mr. President.
Yeah.
FIFPRO. And then on Wednesday, they will announce the winner. Well, as a joiner, I God help me. But at least for me to be when they were announced 3, they already publicized the name. So because they beat me already for those
the top.
top 3 exactly. So it was in this of then the guy called me and like, I saw your name on the news. Even the FA saw it now. Like, really feel proud of you. I said, thank you very much. Because that guy actually tried for me.
Anybody calling for Nigeria?
Shengba. Funny enough, the day they want to announce this thing, they didn't tell any of us. They just said, 3 of us have to be on the meeting. And they said we have to come to Brussels in Holland. And that day, already I have commitment. I was not able to go. So I now say, Pano, that guy now said, go and represent me. That finished.
Wow.
So I'm getting there. They just say I should try to be on live. There's a live video. So the video was filled with everything and they were just calling the name and talking about how good they have screen and everything. And before they announced it, bam! The winner is, they always do that. The winner is bam! And I was like, They first showed the other guy picture. They showed the other one picture. My mind said I don't carry code. But they call it like the guy than me. So I said, well, so they now say, okay, now everyone just went dark. They come through. Even when they have this. I said, the winner is Ayisat Yusuf. Everybody just the place scatter. It was like a standing ovation. People kept clapping. They have to even tell them that. Now, please, could you have a seat, please?
We not go sit down.
Actually, why that actually got attention of that?
Yeah.
A guy that have won it before. Most people have winning it before. They are all men.
Yeah.
So you were the
okay.
first
Wait.
The
The
guy that won
first.
it in Finland.
Yeah.
I think 7 years ago was the captain of the national team of the Finnish.
Oh.
So I was not just the only. I was the first female to win in the history of FIFPRO to win that award of players.
And I was using Africa. Can you imagine?
No.
I
It's
have
global
even brought
thing.
it down.
That was why when they announced like first women globally.
Sasa the open my top and down.
Yeah, open now.
So first women globally to win FIFPRO award. So actually they asked me to come to see the president. I went there at some point.
You see Presido?
Yes, because it's a big record breaking.
Yeah.
So I went to meet him. They booked my flight. My life's sweet.
What? I'm not first class. You collect the drink.
They
You collect the drink.
Yeah.
Because this one, she not go Greek letter. Know your character. Life.
I come to the plan and kind better.
You be better person. Don't worry.
So when I go to the airport, I can lie like this. Must to better car. I just enter. It look like I'm the president.
You be president now. Who they go see president and president too?
I entered and everything. Everywhere was just like falash.
Mm-hmm.
So it's finished. They organized the dinner night. And they did the one like this. They rap ourselves. Even because we are carried that like, but let's say no fine like that. They have the skin like one kind diamond like that. So they're gonna be dressing like the glitter. They start out.
Not be plastic award.
No, I see one kind. That's what they say. All this way they play long tennis. They win.
Oh, that nice one. They be like, all those are trade kind, all those Wimbledon style. When they make it, they
put my name there and they give me. And that's the one thing that because I set the record and they're happy that. But they say my work actually for me. And again, in Africa, at least nobody has kind of qualified. So globally, I became the first woman. And after that, they say, okay, I should say my account. They say they want to join. They gave me their award and they gave me $10,000 for a job well done.
Wow.
And they told me that this money, actually, you don't have to write a report. It's just your money for.
That's a big deal, because you must write report for any money they give you normally. Your spreadsheet go plenty.
Transparency. That's
so
what they call it.
And that money also is something that I use in Nigeria, which I also saw in some news in Finland. So when I got the $10,000 in after like they told me that the money already.
No story.
Even though they do, some of them.
So you know wait 20 years.
No. Now the next day, the money itself, I just say my money for their account. Of course, Finland will come small tax because from one country to another country.
This,
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I think it was about 9,000
And some change.
Exactly. So I called that guy Pano and said, people have paid me. He said, no, actually, this is your money.
You know, as you,
I
no
don't
anything
even
for the
call-
boys.
I don't even call and say I won't give her. He said, no.
Madu.
That I'm proud of you as a friend. Like, he was happy that they see me now as a friend. And they see me as Nigeria.
Yes, you won't wait till you get now.
So they
Who
see
not
me
let
as
better
saying,
thing.
you're friend. So he actually, when I even got to Finland, he actually hosted me as well. And
Wow.
Yeah, so when I got the money, I have some small change in my account in Nigeria. So I actually used that money to buy. I had the money onto it, so I bought an acre of land because I want to use that. I want that money to be a legacy of something that I want, that I also use to structure something. So that was what I was thinking.
okay, there's a sports center.
Yes, what's that?
Okay.
That's seed though.
Yes,
Seed time and harvest. You
So
go,
I
you
just
go,
had
you go
money to
manifest.
it, and then I bought an acre of land. So if the next thing is just see how what the
Go.
future brings. So when I have money, I just want to use that place for sport complex. So that's not just only Nigeria, so other African countries too.
Can come
But
and,
no, all
and
these things-
sit as a camp where they
I
can
need
camp.
big
And,
money to put this to.
yeah, no, it is. Oh,
But
it is.
I don't get the money now. Only the cash me.
It will come.
Every time they say you go talk,
You
I say,
know,
"Hungry, they
it-
cash
it
me."
will
Next
come
thing I go
because
see you, I
it-
go see your status.
It will
Don't
come
do
because
another
when
project.
we're saying, we said, oh, the only African, I'm like, I didn't even know it was globally. You saw what we talked about, AI. And so many things it will not
ChatGPT,
give
they
you.
mess us up
ChatGPT
at
won't
Hassel.
give you. They'll just say, oh, first win. Because I remember when you won that, I saw it in your status and everything. I was really happy. So I just thought, I didn't know it was this
So it's
big.
It's the biggest award I've ever received.
Yeah.
It's the biggest
I
award.
mean, it
You
was
used to
this
cry, you.
big. I mean,
You
for,
used
for
to
you
cry.
to get up, judging from where you're coming from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So now, what does it take? I mean, I love this trend we're going. What does it actually take to be a good footballer? How do you identify talent? Because you have an academy. How do you identify talent? I mean, so maybe those girls out there that maybe want to come to your academy, how do you identify talent? What makes a good footballer really? What
May
are
they
the things you
position
look out
themselves
for?
where.
Yeah.
I see. Sometimes when you talk about talent, some people, let's be honest ourselves.
Yeah.
Football, some people learn to become talented. Why some people are gifted talented.
Okay.
Example,
Messi, Ronaldo.
Thank you. That's the one. To be honest, Ronaldo is a good player, but he works to become better.
Big
and
player.
But Messi was just gifted, so he was born talented already. So any other thing that Messi just did was just that kind of thing.
Extra.
Java, but it's not something that you say they teach how to play ball. So my own case, where you talk about the academy to identify talent, once you see, just like this scout that just did now at the legacy, once you see, maybe as a coach now, if I watch a game, it's 11 against 11, out of those two teams playing, there's some player that you see the way they play, movement, passes, reaction,
Instinctive.
even with the ball, or without the ball, the way they play, you see this one, even footwork. Under 10-15 minutes, you know, this one, you only need some things to push. Then you now think of our weaknesses and our strengths. So that weakness is the way you just focus more to help her to develop. Then the strength also, you still make her to do something, but the focus will be on the weakness so that you can find a way to balance and meet up. So in that kind of thing, it take only a good coach or someone that plays football well to identify and say, I see this girl where they play now. If you're young, but if you get support, you go do well. Just like when you send a child to school, say, I buy you phone, I buy you plate. Then that child is intelligent already. So you want to say, my mom will buy me this when I pass my exam. So in that next exam, you want to do more because you know that after I pass again,
Yes, rewards.
there exactly. So in those kind of thing, when you see talent, you know as a coach. And me, if you see my Facebook self, I receive most time I receive call and messages. I want to come to your academy. I don't have the capacity to take everybody.
Yeah.
But I have to just take who I think is ready to work and ready to discipline me. They have 4 that I do in my academy: dedication, determination, discipline, and devotion. These 4 that I do, you have to that's what the social I work with. So, and my coach knows me that I'm a very strict person when you go to do with this academy. The graduates don't even bother about the shift football because just after 2-3 weeks, everybody go back to their But the academy is something that you have to, is a must, because you have no reason to tell me now. This is, of course, if player is sick or have pain, then you have to rest. So, but if you are lazy, I don't like lazy players. So if you are lazy, you are going because you have to let them know before you sign this thing. You are signing because I know you are doing this now. In the next 3 months,
These are your obligations.
Yeah, thank you. You have to try to. So even if you see that after that 3 months, when you evaluate them, she say, okay, this part now she has already stepped up. So you now put more training. And my coach, what I do is that over there I always send the training pro. That is one idea too, which I let him do his job. So what I did, I always send training program. Over there they have this well structured.
Yeah. So you
whenever
forward
I have my own
it.
training, exactly. I forward it to him. Okay, from Monday to Tuesday. So and I will just put the time, warm up time, this and that, because all those things. I want to say during my playing time, some of my coach, they train me, the punishment they give me. All those things, It's not.
I like you. Eh?
It's not
You
that
dey
I
talk and
understand that
straight die.
training
Yes.
is to be structured from the warm up to the last.
They say even to nutrition, that's what they talk.
Yes, now water break and everything. If for that time when they play, if you want to go, maybe that night that time when they play, when you just want to do water, trouble. Hey, you have to do water now. All the energy will go away. But we are playing and already
Hydrated.
Yes, but once something happen like this, water break because you know like you're sweating out. Already.
Yes.
So now
Electrolytes, man.
Yeah, it's like you're just refilling the distance. So and all those food they eat also affect. In my own thing, during my playing time, I sit down. I never be concerned. I go even play Bogo national team. So I even see food self. Maybe now I will buy beans. You know that kind of beans where they get plenty water. I come do a bar. And that water I go take nap am. Maybe she just do the belly.
This one they kill me. Oh, well, you don't do trenches. You don't do trenches. That's not trenches 101.
I tell you fake life. That's all. No, what the job talking and shit. That's how if I even see foul legs, that's how.
Oh, and I get to the one. I get that when they run, when they get home, when you come pour the water, come put it, go be like bug.
Even go find come buy granite and go put it.
No, not do that granite.
You guys the butter now. Me I get granite. I even do kuli.
Wait. How you say use eba today?
Oh, now you the reason
that
now.
eat beans. You know,
You still need the eba beans na normal. Now the kuli and granite with bread and beans. That's overload of protein.
Granite and bread. I understand.
Granite bread and beans.
It's granite and bread. I understand that one. But wait, how eba and beans?
So they must be.
You know that time, yeah. You know the thing is that me, I told you, I'm just living my own world. I have to survive.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do bad things. So when I just go buy that time, you all go buy that eba. Why? It's not that I'm the one that will do the eba. They used to say this eba.
That round one, yeah.
That one that they said without soup. It's much cheaper than
yes,
soup.
with soup.
So I just buy like 3 eba. They just go buy beans. I was saying, Mommy, please, help me to put more water. Because that water is and then there's still.
Now you go come like the
yeah, I've just can't use spoon. Yeah, I can't use not use spoon.
Met the beans.
Steve, God bless you.
I know that thing.
You go come belembe.
Melembe did the thing.
You when you go another eba, I go to the napa.
Okay, that's the what. Okay.
Nice.
I mean the protein now. You know understand. Don't know what they eat.
I want to show you some light banter, but something occurred to me because I never see, babe. You know, say this woman coached Afghan refugee girls.
Yes, that's the FIFA summer program that they do every year.
You're
going next month.
Like,
but in Germany, they already send my ticket already.
So what's that?
This one, they're doing this one in Germany now.
Yeah.
What's that like?
No.
Sorry, Sadio.
The first time
not blessing one expose you up and down.
It was last year you did it. It was last year you did it. They are in Zurich.
Yeah, thank you. You're very smart.
No, I follow the
FIFA
summer series program, really.
Now my mentor be this.
No, I follow the FIFA because I love, there's something people talk about Gianni Infantino a lot.
Yes,
I mean, some politics.
the money things.
But there's something I love about Infantino. Yes, I've not really seen so many FIFA presidents, but I've read about them and what they've done. What Infantino is doing with football, it's something you cannot take away. Like, if you are not a ranked country, there's an opportunity for you to play.
To still come up. Not being saying one give us 64 teams.
You still play.
Wait.
So you still play. Please tell us about, because in Zurich, and now you have another one coming up in Germany. I wish I can actually go to Germany for that, really.
Say women's basketball will be around there.
WAFCON is
WAFCON next month. It's not next upper month.
WAFCON is July 20. So CAF have decided to scattered our year, because WAFCON was supposed to be March.
We had plans.
And then you have the summer series, and then you have the women's World Cup.
Commonwealth when are supposed to they go
Commonwealth Games. Well, CAF decided to scatter everything just 2 weeks to when the tournament was going to start. So everybody had to readjust timetable. So please,
baby, talk to us a big about Afghan
girls. Yeah.
How was that like?
Stuff was a FIFA after the my sport management and all of that. So like this girl, her name is Khalida Poba. She was the former captain of the Afghan national team before they have issue with the Taliban's war. So she's a very strong advocate. I think she was last month she became among the 100 most influential women.
Yeah, influential, yes.
Yeah, influential woman. So she's like a sister from another mother. She liked me a lot and appreciate what I do. And actually, what actually caught her attention was I did a job in coaching, which normally I should get paid, but because I knew the story behind those girls. So I told them not to pay. I want to pay for free.
Oh,
yeah. So sometimes small thing goes a long way.
Yeah.
And me being who I've been, I know when I see some people struggles, I always reflect of
empathetic.
Exactly. So I just like show empathy and it's a long way. And with my FIFPRO license, even in Finland, they cannot underpay me. So that's the law. So you have to go to when you get to
A certain standard.
you cannot.
Is that the same in Nigeria? If you get to university,
Please, excuse me. Please
Sorry,
continue.
No, continue. No,
Can
I
we
just
not
take
go?
us as I hear the salary block.
Your curiosity will lead us to something else. Please
So don't
continue.
worry,
So, for
continue.
example, if I say I have to coach for 1 hour now,
Yeah.
let me just give instance.
Yeah.
If I let's say except investment in my friend, I have to coach a boy 1 hour now. The least I can collect least is 30 euro, which is about 50,000 naira
For 1 hour
Yes.
as a UEFA B.
Yes,
That's fair.
yeah. But that's the least. Normally,
That's
it's
the
50
least.
euro.
50
It's
euro.
about 80,000 naira. But
Yeah.
if a friend, sometimes I see that maybe the parents they're not, just okay, don't worry, just. But I'll tell them that one you have to do it by hand because otherwise you have to pay tax.
Oh,
Because
okay.
country, you know, the country. But as I'm coaching a club, that one is directly
Standard.
Standard, exactly. So and you know.
You know the amount of hours.
Even when I want to get a job last month, so I came. The club asked me to come, but when they saw my CV, the amount they want to pay me, for me,
It separates.
for me, I say it's okay, but they said they know that if the government know, they can sue the club.
Oh,
So
snap.
they say they are sorry that they really want
They
to.
can't,
Yeah,
but they
but
can't
actually
afford
for me,
you.
Yeah, they can't afford me. But I'm like, well, no problem. So I'm saying that Afghanistan woman, when I went to Germany, and that Switzerland I went to,
Zurich, yeah.
it's a 4-nation tournament.
Yeah.
Switzerland, Germany, France, Norway.
Mm.
So the Afghans, they're the 5th one. So they got there, all the coaches are there. So we have 8 coaches. I'm the only female.
Wow.
Yeah.
All for women's team.
Yes, because those things that come from Germany, they're working for this football club.
Yes.
So they used to come with their coach. And we did that beautiful, fine. I wish one day we buy that bus for Nigeria.
That was nice one.
We do like
For
this.
picture, it's nice. So
Where they fly.
now, just say the thing, the massage back.
Yes, now.
You see the massage
Yes,
back.
It's a kind of a customized bus.
For players, yeah.
For players, yeah. So it's a very
If it's national, no, they give us massage share.
Excuse me. We said it's for athletes, so it's not for those traveling. How much should they pay for transport?
That's
when
not true.
when I go for a long trip, like above 5 hours, you have to use that.
Is the bus,
But
yeah.
most time they go by flight. But
Yeah.
you have to go by road. Then that's why they use that. That's why they have to be last. Not like say fatigue.
So you know, be like saying that
No, no,
fatigue.
no,
I know
no.
Enugu Rangers will get that bus. Don't worry, they are coming.
So when
In
I got there,
88.
when I got there in Switzerland and we have a meeting and then everybody was just talking about how that's why we should do the training together. So me, I'm the kind of person that when I go somewhere, I know they like to talk too much. I'll just observe what other coaches are doing because I'm that kind of person that I want to see your idea. I want to see what this one doing. Then we kind of brainstorm.
Okay.
So then I said, maybe the guy was like, okay, so what do you want to do? I said, for me, any part is fine for me. I don't want more workout or whatever. But I already have my own plan on my own laptop. So anything that's choose.
You pick, you remove what you remove and pick what you pick.
So when I just like, okay, why can't I just make like warm up then game opening? So then I say, which one I think I just give them 1 or 2 things like 2 goals, blah blah blah. And the guy was like, why we have not done this thing before in our club? Can you just do it for the team so that
You see what's up.
Exactly. So me just being me, we got to the field,
Experience.
ball, everything and there. So after the warm up from they have this science physiotherapy that will take the warm up. You know, but you won't have this something. That's why African too can do better, to be honest with you, because we have what it takes. We have the potential. Only what we need is just the structure and some good leaders in good position. Trust me. They can be. You can even do better than the Yibos. Trust me. So when we got there, you know, the person that will take the warm up is a different person. The workout, so everybody have their own job, so that at the end of the day, we all can have our own time, our own moment to just have to breathe.
Yes.
It's only some club here. I will see that one coach will be training 20 players. There's no way those 20 players can get the same result because the coach can only focus on 1 or 2 players.
Spread thing.
So if you're doing warm up is difficult, but when I do something like go to do with set pieces, so you to see how the girls do it well. I mean, because
you have to get the set pieces coach.
Yes, so that's to have someone that let's say 3 at least. If you have, in my opinion, if you want to have 20 players, let's say have at least 3 coaches, so that when we're monitoring this one, maybe you just do passing. That one you do chest and pass.
Yeah.
So they just like rotate. So when after they finish from passing here, the other person, the
so
coach
the next person,
the only player will rotate. So at the end of the day, the coach can also observe all of them how they play. Passing here, chest and jab. Maybe here, not maybe. But sometimes when people are not here, they have to not be for it. You see, you know, that's how the players will be checkmate. But if you put only 1 coach on 20 players, time is going. 1 hour is not enough for 1 coach. But anyway, depending on how they want it. So, in my opinion, I feel like in this way they're doing this in abroad. They also help me to develop as a coach. So what I do now, when we go to that place, we start training, and when I put those things there, and me when I'm training, I have this principle. If you like, make it be like, you know, if you don't do what I want, I will stop that thing. Do it well. And before I do it, you do it, I will show you first. I always do it myself as a practical. This is what I want you to do. Put the ball this way and do this. So if I can do it, it is my tired leg.
No
so
excuse.
you have no excuse. So when they're doing it, when they do it, so I just like, so the coach, I don't know that, Igbo, when they look at it, they will not say something. So I just do my thing and everything. So after everything, we have this thing we call reflection.
Yeah.
Training. We are there, and the coach was telling me that even our own players in Germany, they are talking about me, that they like, even though I'm very sweet, they like the way that I push them. So some players said, I like to be coached hard, which in their own club. But me, I'm just doing my own normal thing, the way I used to coach normal. After everything, so the second day, the coach just told me that, Ayisat, on all this training, you have to be the lead. I'm telling you, to be honest. So I was like, for this guys to be, for Igbo to tell Igbo, they don't fake things.
Say women, say me one woman lead them.
Just be the lead. So one thing I'm just doing, like, they ask me, you want to do this? What can I do on that? So in my head, I was just like, now I have to even work extra more, because that is when the pressure comes.
Yes.
Because as a leader, if you make any fuck up or mistake, it might affect the other section.
Yes.
So
to trickle down.
Sometimes in my room, when they're sleeping, I'm just carrying my computer, start writing, start thinking, this one will go, this one will work. So that when I go to the field, I don't want to be tense. Because if you miss one thing, sometimes you have this distraction with player, something happen. So I just want to be even when I'm on the field there, when I'll just be,
go back to what you prepped.
Yeah, because this is and that one, you see, they have this video camera.
Yeah.
Like, anywhere you did,
oh boy, they see you, not behind.
When I see all my pictures later, I say, almost see action.
Doings.
So when I got everything, they played and play tournament. So what I want to say is that after the whole thing, the coach from most of the coaches actually appreciate me for coming. So that's what actually gave birth to this
Afghan. Okay.
So after everything we play, and the players too, I love them so much. And we're going to the game, we play music, me too, I'll be dancing with them. That kind of fun, that energy of African vibe. They shake me out for they do like, but when we enter field like this, it's
business.
Yes. So I'm that kind of person that aside from feed, I'm nice and kind, but when it's like this, because otherwise they will not learn what you wanted to do. They'll see maybe like a type play, and this is something that got to do with FIFA. Come on.
Yeah.
Sometimes most things they never know where it goes to. So after everything we played, they came third, and I went back to Finland, and Kalida called me and she appreciated me and everything. Of course, my flight and everything, they paid for it. So last week she called me and said, Ayisat, please, next month we have it. Because you know what happened? Last 2 months, FIFA Infantino called Kalida Puba, because before they can only play tournaments, but they're not allowed to play major tournaments. So last month was when FIFA now approved and agreed
for
Afghanistan, they are now free to play every major tournament. So the first person that Kalida called was me. And now FIFA said they have to go to Germany for a tournament. I think it's 4 or 5 national tournaments. That she really, really want me to be the coach of the Afghanistan women. That the player really want me. I told her, you have to me to say my,
invoice.
I said that if I have to charge you based on this, it will be much. You say like, I said just give me whatever you want to say. You say, it's hard for me to say this, just whatever you do.
So you do that thing too?
I do, because she's
she's a friend, yeah.
She's nice, and I know that what she does too is just to help
the Afghan girls,
Afghan girls. And these some people that have struggled through war and everything. When she called me, like, in fact, that date that she wanted to be from 24 to 29. Me, I have an event again in Finland, that's 29th. So I was like, I said, Kalida, this thing will not be, I'll not be able to say, okay, I'll book your first flight. This and that. So at some point, I was just like, maybe like I just book it. Before I know, say, I don't say, my
2 seconds.
This is your flight booking, this is your hotel, these people that come and pick you at the airport, blah, blah, blah. Just say, okay, noted. I'm in Nigeria now. So, and that Kalida too, me and her, we have channel agreement. This thing they called, because she's the founder of GirlPower organization.
Okay.
Yes, she's very powerful too. She has been doing it for many years. She's a strong advocate.
Yeah.
She said we should do. She said I come and do something with her, but I told her on one condition: if I have to do anything that got to do with GirlPower, you have to be in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And why I said it is because I want my country girls to benefit
from it.
Because she always gets some support from like all the girls from Adidas now. From
Adidas, okay, FIFA.
And me, my best brand are Nike.
Nike.
So
now what for you?
You see my house, all my shoes are Nike. Like, you say, please, I know you are Nike, even though they're not paying you for marketing them. You can come with your brand up and your pint too, but anything that goes
just be Adidas.
It's Adidas.
Of course, I wear my brand up at night. So when I go there, if I will it, don't already arrange new clothes.
Yeah, run quick.
Go use your clothes too. Oh God. I say, well, this is for brand,
for brand purposes, yeah.
As in, you know John 3:16, and honestly, the more they know, the more we want to know. The next time you're coming to Nigeria, you have to let us know. I mean, the podcast will come along. We'll come and see what you're about and be part of your contribution to the community. Because honestly, this past 1 hour passed. Now 1 hour passed, don't pass. This night be of all the gist on don't this man not lie you. This way just the pass because my mouth just the open. Ha ho ha ho ha ho. No, somebody needs to hack this movie. Somebody needs to.
But now
I think-
I have one problem with them now.
Yeah.
With this GirlPower now.
Okay.
I'm not told that because I don't want to break her heart.
Don't break your
Because
heart.
now this tournament now is a New Balance that will be
Yes.
it's New Balance that will be sponsoring them.
Oh, no Adidas.
So and me, I was just managing that Adidas before.
So you know what we are New Balance, eh?
So maybe I will just take
No
this
close
side.
mind though. Then they close the mind for money. Oh. See, like I said, like you be wealth of information. Where you carry us go, I don't even know, man. Like your life deserves like a series, a biopic. Now you are here in Lagos. You came through, Madam Finland. You came to scout. I see 3 Oyibo picture with you. Now TV you carry come, Abi.
Actually, it was before, but
You say it's supposed to be 4.
You were talking about the the Afghan lady,
Yeah.
when you reach out concerning the global girls program. So you wanted it to be done in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Why I actually say that is because they have more opportunities and support over there.
Yeah.
Than with the African. And if I went there to deal with them, which means the credit goes only me. So yes, and I have to touch live here because if they come to do it here, I'll just be here as part of the convener or the
Conduit.
co-founder. But the people that will benefit will be the
Salaries, the
the
girls.
clothes, the jersey. Because I told that anything they want, anything that got to do with GirlPower, Denmark, because they live in Denmark. So the same thing has to be the same thing. Not that you go and
Same
buy in
standard,
Nigeria.
yeah.
Yeah, the standard has to be the same. So maybe you have to ship it there or bring it along. But the same thing that this girl will use. So after the tournament, girl they have to take it as a takeaway. So they benefit from that instead of me doing it there and just all about me. Because like I said, if I go to Germany now next month now, whatever they give to me, it was just for me. So which means I worked there, I got what I want, what I needed to get from there. But my main focus and priority is for the girl child here to benefit from this project. And she agreed that we have I did the CSC agreement.
I can,
So now
when
we're
when
working-
is it coming out?
So she's working on the, she has to get the funding.
Yeah.
So that I will produce the players, which are the choose to for this project. Now we're going to do workshop, combine education with football.
Love
We
it.
will do football tournament, which I will be coaching as well.
Love
So
it.
now she's trying to write the proposal to get funding, maybe from UNICEF and stuff like that. Then when the money is now, when we now have a clear picture, then we can now strategize on how and when. Of course, I will let you know as soon as we get the picture.
That's a beautiful one. More things coming
Like,
for the
every
girl child
stage there's
in
something.
Nigeria. I mean, I love this really because this is a conversation we'll be having. These are things we should be doing
Yeah.
because every girl child who wants to play football needs the opportunity. Nobody needs to go through what you went through, at that time. And I love the fact that we are having platforms for them to actually showcase their talent and of course for people ready to buy in and key into what they're doing. Now, before we wrap up this discussion, now your scouting program, yes. I think
Oyibo
that's it.
plenty. Let me say it again.
Leave
I
the
see 3
your
Oyibo
scouting-
picture.
your scouting
For
program.
women
Now,
football.
let's talk about it.
People they shout for legacy pitch. What happen?
Actually, this scouting thing is not just something that happened now or today. It's something that I've been, friendly for the past 3 years. I walk up to Adi Gafar, which is the Lagos State football chairman, and I told him because I knew most of the time they come with scouts from abroad for boys
guys.
scouts. No, for
Boys.
scouting, they always
The
focus
guys.
on boys.
Always the guys. The guys.
Yeah, every time. So and I asked him, I said, why can't you do something for girls? And he told me clearly that it's very expensive and you don't have it. Yes, I'm saying this to life. I'm not going to say what it
Yes,
is.
yeah.
It's very expensive and it's a lot of investment. And even when they bring the scouts from abroad, for the flight, pay everything, they have to be the one to pay. And how many people want to invest in girls football?
Wow.
So, and I'll say, well, you just try to see something. And I say, okay, well, let's keep talking about this. So something I've been talking back to back, just to see bring scouts to Nigeria, which I understand that this is a business aspect of it because it's got to do with investors. So June 15th to be precise, he gave me a ring and I was training that day. He said, hey, Ayisat, now we have a discussion and of course, there's nothing you want to do. I want to do that kind of thing. I want also to carry a Lagos State
FA
along.
because we need each other, So he called me saying we don't have a meeting and now they decided that we do the scouting. But now we have to get the scout. Me, like I said earlier, anything I want to do, I either do it well and do it right. And I'll say, okay, now the point is that you are the first person I'm calling among all others. That this thing, give me yes or no answer. I say, okay, so I will call you back in 1 hour. I say, no. Let me know now, are you in or out? I say, I was just like on the phone. So I was not expecting that call. He say, you have to be part of the investor. And he say, he is not going to involve himself in the money by the investor of the program. And we're talking about millions of money, not 10 million. This is
Millions.
And at that moment when you called me, I wasn't having that kind of money in my
5
account.
naira when watch, not John, not come.
So, but in my head, I wouldn't want that to be as
A barrier.
a barrier or a yardstick to what he asked. So I said, okay, sir, I will do. So after the training, I start, and we have less than 3 weeks before the thing. So I have to try to vomit that millions so that the thing will come to reality. So then we start eating out. And luckily for me, that these people that I know in Finland, Marco Salalinen, is the top FIFA agent. As a matter of fact, he has bring over 100 players to Finland, boys, because it's a top notch. He has an agency called Nova Fortis, and there's this lady that you saw, the lady, her name is Mayu Rosalinen. So in Finland, that lady is the first or second person to have FIFPRO. She's the head coach of the national team. She coached in Germany, she coached in Holland.
That was who came to Lagos.
Yes. In Finland, she's
so now she be there just Madugo.
In terms of
she's senior to Russia, but I said that they're equivalent.
That lady, that lady actually was did a coaching course with Pep Guardiola. So she's top notch.
She's senior.
Top. Yeah, she owns it. So in Finland, she's well known and all of that. And she's the one that actually, she's also a journalist and football analyst. So every training program I got to do with national team of Finland, from the youth to she's the coach to the coaches. She programming, she's a high profile person. I will send the biography to you. So along the line, we got, because she worked also with the agency, so they called me, we have a meeting. So from the first day, she just told me, Ayisat, I have never been in Africa before, but I trust you and I love your energy. This I'm in for it. So immediately she told me that she's in. I called Ali Gafa. Say, look at this. That's when I sent the biography to Alaji. So boo. Because these are the people that you actually have to book to even talk to them.
To talk to them.
I know who they are in Finland and all of that. So Marco now said, because the beginning did not say, on one condition, if I have to go to Nigeria, you have to come with me. And then we have a discussion. So then we start to get the visa and all of that. So then the other one, James is from Sweden. So, and they have this same structure of when they talk about football, and they are football business people. And when they talk about business, they want to know how to protect the players, what they do, and all of that. Yeah, so we had a meeting at some point, and we had a group meeting with Adi Gafar. And the first thing that man told me was like, you don't know the value of Ayisat in Nigeria. You both tell you like that. I was like, no, I value blah, blah, blah. So the one was like, in Finland, Ayisat has been doing this, and we love what she does. Because in Finland, to be honest, like God's grace, mostly when you go to Helsinki, even if you don't know my name, just say that African lady will be coach. Even when I go to coach. So by God's grace, I'm known for what I do, and I'm always very active in every event, tournament, games, and all of that. I love my job. So because of that alone, has given me an edge, and being the only African European to have that license in Finland also is also giving me an edge to most things that I do when I go to do with sports. Sometimes I won't get call from different organizations. Can you come and do this and that? So for me, it's a privilege, to be honest. So, and after every discussion, we get the IGFA and the committee, they got the visas. And actually, the Marco visa was in Finland, and they have to run all those things. And when we are coming out, organize the car and everything to receive, and the security and all of that. The me and Mayu goes straight away to Badagry because she knows about my academy. But she
wanted to see it face to face.
Yeah, so I purposely actually took her there because sometimes it's not all about talking, just like it's about action.
Impression.
Yeah.
You say this is green, it should be green, not green, then go and put blue. I know the way they reason. When they see some that trust, that first impression matter enough. So we go to Badagry straight away and blah blah blah. So when she was in my house, we were like, why do you take me to the hotel? Your house is more beautiful than the hotel, so you don't come.
Don't come.
So after everything, my player came and she was in the academy and she saw everything. She was like, Ayisat, truly, I never knew you just made my mind explode. That what I saw was more than what I was expected. Sometimes when they send them all this documentary about Africa, they go and show them that my former area where I lived that time. They make them look as if maybe Africa.
Now trenches we still there. Not everywhere be trench.
But you have to convince them. They are not stupid. They just want to be sure. They believe in trust so much. When they came, I just do my normal thing and immediately we just like clinched with the player. They took her to this land of no return in Badagry, culture. So Nigeria and
she saw the slave stuff.
Yeah, so when we got there, she was emotional. She was crying.
Wow.
Yeah, I took her to the king too, Badagry. So we were there in the palace and everything. So when they're talking about the history of how they used to sell the slaves, they would give one wine and take 10 slaves and all of that, and the way they have to drink in like when just like so it really got emotional. She was like, this is not fair. But when the guy went and say the African have been enslaved for like over 400 years, so it was like, how can you treat because of their skin? That how could European have them treat African like this? Like, so she was just crying. I just took her out of the plane.
Oh God, madam, it's okay, it's okay.
It's not your fault. But at least it's good that
she's saying.
But no more, you might not even think about it. I feel like this is the supremacy, you know.
Yeah.
But for us, it's like, this is not fair. Like, well, it's no longer now anymore. It was then. At least now we have our own independent, we can fight for ourselves. But it's good that this history, you know, when there's no event, there will not be history.
History,
so
yes.
History that at least you see by yourself. So when you go back to your country too, and she's good in writing, and I'm sure she's going to put a lot of that girl too. I bet the way they get down for her like me. She's not afraid to talk. She just say the way it is. So, and I love people like that, you know, women that are strong. They want to just, you know, find their purpose in life and do the right thing.
Yeah.
So they after everything, we play a game, and then I took her to my gym. She was having a training session with the girl, and then to the training ground. Me and her, we ran a training program for the girl. 2 hours. The whole of the community was full. So you. So
Normally now.
we do something like that for 4 days in Badagry, and then we did to the event, and we drove her to the hotel and Legacy, and for the scouting program. And you know, we have 8 teams all together in Lagos State, which also my academy participated there. And luckily, my academy had to actually go to the final. But unfortunately, they lost to FC Robo, which is the Premier League on penalty. This is a game of luck. So I was proud of them. They played well.
2 years academy, they play robo. Now, come on now.
Premier League team.
Now. Not the for mobility. It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
It is.
No, after everything, you know, but my joy was that this scouting program is the first ever, not just in Nigeria, in Africa, to bring Europeans to do a scouting program for women and girl child. You know, and this for me, this is a big thing. It's like a record setting as well. But I wouldn't want it to be like short time plan. It should be something that we should do
long term.
Yeah, exactly, long term. Because why I'm saying this is that because I knew personally that we have the talent, we have the potential, we have the skills, but we don't have the visibility and there's no proper structure. Just imagine those girls playing on the tough field and showcasing some skill. Then imagine them playing in the field by
grass soft,
palm like this, you know, that kind of thing. So it will also support their development. And luckily, after everything, they're able to pen, I think, about 5 or 6 players. And some of them will be moving soon. And then
to the abroad, though.
And some will be moving in January because of paperwork. And they also have, we also have like 25 stand-up players among these 180 girls that we already bend their name. We had training with them, but those one will just be on standby. But these 5 or 6 players that they don't want to announce the name now because they want to do the paperwork. So I think some will be leaving soon, and then the rest will be leaving in January because some of them their age is 17. So they turn 18. I know because of this minority.
Yeah, you can't.
That's why they have to wait. But I'm happy that all the players they pick, not just from my academy, they pick from all the academies that come. Of course, we have from Robo they pick 5. From my club they pick 5.
Robo again, no?
Yes,
The benefit too.
Yeah. So they pick 5 to 6 players, and there will be, you know, of course, get the documents prepared and ready, and of course, embassy and all of that. The good thing is that these people have direct contact with the embassy because, for example, the Finnish embassy is only in Abuja. Yeah. So, and you know, Swedish also, I think, you know.
Abuja, I think, I don't think.
So, so and that kind of thing will make the facilitate team because it's them to them. So we have the agent that will do his part, and then the coach that will do their part when they play. So my own role is just like when they arrive there, guidance. And of course, I'll be traveling to see just to monitor them. But they are in the safe hand, which most of us during our playing time. Sometimes you sign a slavery contract.
Can't go drop it for Madagascar. Now so they say they do people.
So but now it's the change, and I'm happy to be a part of the investment. So the money I invested, of course, the benefits is not coming now. But I feel like it's worth it. Of course, it's risk, but I took it as a positive risk. That investing that kind of money on this project. The baby steps. So and I'm very optimistic that the future is bright for the girl child and women football.
Yeah,
so
really bright.
You hear the positive risk. It be like financial
delivery.
This woman don't know that economics class you give me.
We need to wrap this up. I mean, we can spend hours, you know, just talking about this whole thing. The eye opener, you know, the future is really bright, you know, for women's football in Nigeria. No, you're a coach. I mean, UEFA license coach B. We hardly find women. I don't know if there's any in Nigeria apart from you. Yeah,
I bet go make her come proud. Man, no say I know you. Now our mama be this. So
will you be willing to coach the Super Falcons?
Well, God's willing.
I like that question. Yeah, a very solid babe. Talk to me.
In all honesty, it should be a dream come true. I wish to in the future, but I'm this kind of person that I don't rush things. I just do my part and let God have His way. And if God willing, I'll be coaching the Nigerian national team in the future. To God be the glory. If also it's the Finnish national team, to God be the glory. Even if it's other country national team, to God be the glory. Because I want to be part of those that will also set the record, not just as a Nigerian here, abroad there. That okay, this head coach is from Nigerian coaching so and so. Because this kind of thing you don't find it easy there. You don't think that why I use this word or this phrase or that. If they go look at all our national team previously, we always scout or look for a foreign coach to come and coach in the national team. But ask them how many foreign coach has asked our Nigerian coach to come over there to coach them. Just like when you say this coach that is coaching in Bayern Munich now, when a woman be the coach of a boy, they create something big, wide. But when it's the other way around, it's like a normal thing.
Yeah.
But come to think of it, the coaching course you go to, the practical, the theory, everything is the same. So why are you trying to talk about equity? So if you're qualified, let's say this is professional presenters, you're a sports analyst. I can't be you, can't be you. At the end of the day, we are all different and unique in our own different ways. But if someone is qualified, why not give that person the position? But please don't give anybody a job that will make the person feel oppressive or because you are offering them a job. At the end of the day, she is doing her job and she gets paid for what she does. So let people do their thing and do their job. In my own opinion, I wish to coach in the national team in the future, God willing. But I'm not desperate and I'm not in competition with anybody. Everything is time, and of course, for time is the best.
I love that she said, I want to coach the national team. We've had Amunike that did that with another national team. I can't wait to see more Nigerian coaches, especially the babes. I hope to see Omagbemi. I hope to see you. I hope to see Anne. I hope to see them chopping dollars by dollars. Go to other countries because Brazil World Cup is coming, and it will be nice to see more than one Nigerian coach, strutting their stuff. And if it's a female coach, even better for me, even in other countries. No, we won't clear come up for a year now. As a player, what thing you remember? Which you like pass from being a player first, and which you like pass as a coach?
I like pass from playing, na the ball.
Na the ball, that was sweet too.
What was your biggest moment, really? Your biggest moment playing football?
Olympics.
Olympics.
Okay.
That summer one.
Yes.
Why? Not the area. I mean, at the stadium.
The people and the area and the atmosphere and everything was unique. It was completely different from World Cup sector. This one is
it's top notch. Okay. Yeah.
So as a coach,
as a coach, the thing I love now is that I could call someone a role model. My ace.
Emma, you go agree by force. You go agree.
I said, okay.
Okay. As we get into the WAFCON season, what's one thing that you like your girls, because they still be your babies, right? What would you like them to keep in mind as they move through this one? Because you don't do 4. Some of them, they don't do 2. Sometimes they say when you don't do 1 before, you go get tired, you go get bored, you get complacent.
5. Some don't do 6.
Some don't do 5. No, currently for the squad, they never reach. Now only Oshola maybe. 5. 5. Now the 4th one she go. Oshola not 3. No, she don't crack one now. Actually,
no, I think this. No, it's more than.
Now 4 it go be 4.
It's more than.
Because
Desire this is going to be her 5th one.
Yeah, it will be 5.
This is going to be her 5th one, because even when she was with under 20, they called her. So
they sneak her in like Rashidat.
They wasn't sneak in. She was the highest goal scorer, so she was picked. So the same thing that she did. Yeah. So they had to
skip her in.
She went from the camp straight to the Super Falcons. Yeah.
So what would you like them to put in mind? Whether the ones when don't win before and the ones when be fresh time, like the refire when they enter.
I think my direct advice for them is to stay together as a team. If you take a look at them, they all play in different countries and different leagues. But as a national team player, they should keep together and play together as a team. They shouldn't stab each other behind or backbite or say something. If something is not clear, just say it openly and they keep going. And also they should have it in mind that this is a national team and you are representing the badge of your country. So the thing that will keep you guys going is to do your best as usual. Talk to yourself and advise yourself. But most importantly, play as a team. Because football is a team game.
It's a team game.
Wish you all the best.
It's a team game. May I tell Bruno Fernandes? I needed to sneak that in. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, mortals and celestials, mamas and papas, we just had an hour plus with the legendary, iconic, the woman with so many arts, Ayisat Yusuf. And she has given us the playbook on how to navigate through different waters. Cece, what do you want to this before? Come on, I want close.
No, a big thank you, really, for swimming the waters of Lekki and coming to us.
I got our motors. Jesus, you're Nike too.
A big thank you, and I wish you all the best. I can't actually wait to see that sports center coming to fruition because I'm tired of us leaving Nigeria and going to different countries to camp. Why can't other countries also use our weather to camp here? So, I mean, if we can have that, I mean, that would be wonderful. So that's what I'm looking forward to seeing. Yeah.
My people will not blow the pom yet, but let's just do one for the road. Ladies and gentlemen, you can watch this, you can catch it up, like, subscribe, share. If you get a younger one that's interested in the world of sports, then I'll be